Hey guys, Captain Bill from Malahini again, out of H&M Landing here in San Diego, California. Hey, I'd like to talk to you about line. A lot of people ask a lot of different questions. Well, what do I need to bring? What type of line do I need to bring? Again, like I said earlier, I would bring 4 setups because you never know what you're going to run into fishing offshore. I'd start with 50 pound. I have an assortment. I have 25, I have 30, I have 60, I have 80, I have 40 pound. I bring all that with me whenever I go fishing because I never know what's going to happen or what the conditions are going to be, what the fish are going to bite, heavy line, if they're not going to bite heavy line. So I typically start with 50-pound mono. And if you saw the segment earlier, you'll see that most of my reels have a full backing of Spectra. I do that because I like to fish with Spectra. It's not necessary for you to fish with Spectra, but I prefer it because I can hold more line on my reel. I would typically start off with 50 pound, fishing a number 2-aught hook basically tied to the end of my line. For that yellowfin, for that bluefin, it's slow out there and there's nothing to be had. We go kelp patty fishing. Then I would drop down in line size to maybe 30, maybe even 25 for that kelp patty yellowtail, that 10 to 15 to 25 pound fish. Typically, I would fish, when I'm fishing kelp, I'd use a number 2 or a number 1 hook. A lot of people say, well, that's really small. Well, for me, it's matching a hatch. I haven't lost very many fish fishing that way, and things have worked out really well. Referring to Spectra with the reels, full spool of 65 to 130, depending on the reel size. Like for my bigger reels, I have 130 pound on. My smaller reels, I have anywhere from 80 to 65 on. So it gives me that extra strength. I typically use depending on what we're doing, I will typically use anywhere from a 4-foot to 40-foot top shot of mono, either 25, 30, 60, or 50, or 40. Typically, that's what happens. As far as fluorocarbon goes, people swear by it. It has its purpose. It has its purpose. Do I use it? Yes. Not all the time. No. It's just a personal preference for me. If you ever get the opportunity to come fishing with us and you get spooled or something like that, or you need hooks or anything like that, get with myself or one of my deckhands. It's a nominal fee. We carry lots of line, lots of hooks, lots of weights, all the above. And more than happy to take care of you. As far as hooks go, I would bring a gamut, anywhere from a 3/0 to a size 4. And a lot of people say, what do you mean by a size 4? A 4 and a 6 is probably the smallest hooks you can get. Last year, for whatever reason, the fish weren't biting the bigger hooks. I went down to a number 6, which is small, and I went 6 for 6 on some yellowfin tuna. Guys that were fishing the 2/0s and the 1/0s weren't getting bit as well. And these were all J hooks. When you fish a circle hook, that's awesome, you can. But I think the biggest thing to remember when you're fishing a circle hook is you don't set the hook, you let the fish hook itself. A lot of people make that mistake when they get that run and that fish takes off and they go to engage that reel, they want to swing on the fish. All you're going to do is rip that hook right out that fish's mouth. With that circle hook, he starts to run, you just engage the reel and hang on. That's all you got to do. There'll be more tips shortly if you want to book a trip. Malahini, sport-fishing.com. Phone numbers 844-619-FISH. Be talking to you shortly.